Today we're gonna demonstrate 4 exercises. We're gonna demonstrate the push-up, lunge, crunches, and pull-up. So firstly, I'm gonna explain how to do the push-up and what muscles are used and what joints are used and what actions are taking place. So firstly, the mobilizer muscles for the push-up are the pectoralis major, the triceps, and serratus anterior. The stabilizer muscles are the trunk muscles, the oblique muscles, the abdominal muscles, the hip muscles to help stabilize the body to keep it in a straight line, and the back muscles. And so the joints that are used are the shoulder joint, the elbow joint, and the scapula. The joint actions are the scapula is protracting, the elbow is extending, and the shoulder is horizontal flexion for the shoulder joint. So when you go, the upward phase for the push-up is a concentric contraction, and the downward phase is an eccentric contraction. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to do the push-up correctly. So firstly, make sure the hands are in line with the shoulders, your hip, your hands are in line with the shoulders, your hip is tilting backwards, you tighten your core, tighten your back, keep your head straight so the spine is in a neutral line, and then go down. Bend only at the elbows and go down and up. Make sure your scapula isn't going too out and you don't flare out with your elbows, because that's a wrong movement. So correctly going down and up. To make it harder, you can always place your hands to the side, and this is a progression push-up, which is a typewriter. So you go side to side. To make it easier, you can go on your knees and do a push-up on your knees. And that is a push-up. I'm going to demonstrate the lunges now. So the muscles that are used is all in the anterior post leg, or top leg. So the muscles that are used for the mobilizer muscles that are used is the rectus femoris, the vastus intermedius, vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis, and the gluteus maximus. The stabilizer muscles are the oblique muscles, the external and internal oblique muscles, the hamstring muscles, the vastus medialis in the other leg, and the hip muscles. The joints that are used is a hip joint and knee joint, and the joint actions are hip extension and knee extension. So the upward phase is also concentric and the downward phase is eccentric. So I'm going to demonstrate the movement. So when you go down, make sure it's a 90-degree angle. The knee is always in line with your toes, 90 degrees with your at the knee joint and 90 degrees at the hip joint. And make sure it's 90 degrees at the leg that's behind and just above the ground. Okay, so you go 90-degree angle, toes just above the toe, the knee just above the toes, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and don't let your knee touch the ground. And make sure your back is straight, core is tightened, and make sure you look straight. Okay. Now I'm going to demonstrate the crunches. The muscles that are used, the mobilizer muscles that are used, are the external and internal obliques, the rectus abdominis, the latissimus dorsi, and the teres major. The stabilizer muscles are the tensor fascia lata, the iliotibial band, biceps femoris long head and short head, the vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius, gluteus maximus, and medius. The joint that is used is the spine, and it's a spinal flexion that's taking place. The upward phase is concentric and downward phase is eccentric. So, demonstrate it. You lie on your back. Make sure your feet is planted to the ground. Cross your arms against your chest, and you only go up halfway. So you only contract your core. It's not a sit up, so you don't go full. It's just crunches, so you only work your abdominal muscles. So tighten your core and go up, just so your core muscles are contracted. And down. Crunches work mainly the core muscles, the oblique muscles, and the lower back muscles. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate the pull-up, which the mobilized muscles are the biceps brachii, the brachialis, the brachioradialis, the latissimus dorsi, the rhomboid major and minor, the teres major and the trapezius. The stabilizer muscles are the infraspinatus, teres minor, thoracolumbar fascia, external oblique, the deltoid muscles, the adductor magnus, the iliotibial band, the tensor fascia lata, biceps femoris, long head and short head. The joints that are used is the shoulder and elbow, and the joint actions are shoulder adduction and elbow flexion. And the upward phase is concentric and the downward phase is eccentric contraction. Okay. Okay, so to do the pull-up correctly, you can hold it prone or pronation or supination hold. So I'm going to demonstrate the pronated grip. So make sure your hands are just a bit wider than your shoulder. Cross your legs, and when you do a pull-up, tighten your core, keep your hips straightened. You can contract your gluteals, and you only bend and you go up. Make sure your chin goes above the bar. So above the bar, and make sure your core is tightened and that your back is also straight. Don't swing around, and make sure you're doing the correct form. Thank you. So to do a pull-up harder, you can go wide with a wider grip, and when you go up, you can go to the side. So then you put more strain on one arm. There's not really a way to do it easier, because a pull-up is a more progressed form of bodyweight training. You can only go harder from starting the pull-up. And so I didn't mention for the lunges that there's a regress form and a progress form. There isn't really a regress form for lunges, because lunges is a basic bodyweight exercise. But to make it harder, you can add weight to your arms by using dumbbells, or you can go with side lunges, which focuses on other muscles. Crunches, you can't really make it easier because it's also a basic bodyweight exercise, but to make it harder, you can use a medicine ball, and that's the progress and regress forms for the exercises that I didn't mention.